Yo guys, welcome back. You know what time is it. Maybe you were there in the live stream today. I'm going to show you the Cali Yuga combo end board with Blackwings today. Some people asked, and I was answering to you that I am not planning on crafting the Cali Yuga build, but I did because I'm trying to climb from a Diamond 5 to Diamond 1 with this deck. As of right now, it's really hard. As I said in the Blackwing structure deck video, should you buy it, I think it's not a bad deck. It's a strong structure deck, but it's not like a tier 1 deck. It's more of a rogue-ish tier 2 kind of deck. All in all, I think more rogue deck. But I will manage it, I think, and today I will show you the combo where you can end on Cali Yuga Dawn King, which basically has the effect that your opponent cannot play anything on his turn. He can normal summon, he can set cards, but he cannot activate any effect, thereby passing the turn back to you. In the end phase, you can activate Cali Yuga's effect to destroy every spell and trap card, so every trap and spell he sets that he cannot activate, you can then destroy, and you will not have to face them on your turn, and then you can basically kill them. Of course, this is not the only card that will be on your end board. There will be more, and I will show you how to get there. I will show you the combo line in a moment. Let's talk about what has changed in comparison to the other list. There is, let me Blackwing this for a moment. There is the Orochi is no longer in here. You don't need him. You have two Shinokes. You have one Gale the Whirlwind for extension. This one, the Steam the Cloak, is more important now. It was in there before. You have a Raider's Wing. This one you need to get to your Phantom Knight's rank up. And this one you need to go from your Arsenal Falcon into your Duo Dawn King Cali Yuga. Then there is the Kaiju, which is simply the bridge between basically every dark monster and your Simone, which is your combo starter. In this deck there are no tennies because this is focused on the Cali Yuga outcome. Everything else here is the same. This is the rank up spell that you need. You will find this via your Phantom Knight Rusty Badook. And yeah, let's come to the extra deck. We have one here, No Thang. This is nothing special, one Blackwing. Until this point, there's nothing special. This you will have on your end board, the Bowled Savage Dragon to have a negate. Though, in my personal opinion, I'm not quite sure if this is super important or super strong. Then you have two of the Winged Assault Dragons instead of three. You have this guy here, the Red Raptor Arsenal Falcon, that you need to get to your, or to have a rank up option for your Phantom Knight's rank up. You also have the Dark Arm Dragon, which can be a rank up option because to rank up into your Cali Yuga via this spell here, your XYZ monster cannot have any materials, and the Dark Arm Dragon can also dump all its materials in one round via its effect. This is a possibility. This is if you cannot end up on this, then you maybe can end up on this, because this, if you have exactly 5 dark monsters in your graveyard, and those are all dark, then you can make this via a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster. For example, this could be your Blackwing Dragon. So it's easier to summon, but it doesn't get you into the full combo. This is more of an option if you cannot go into a full combo to give you another line. Then of course the king himself, Duo Dawn King Cali Yuga. Then you have the Raid Raptor Wystrix, which can basically go into or be a link 2, then summon you another monster. So it's basically one monster for free, which then you can go into your Rusty Badook. This is also an option if you have your Raider's Wing on your hand. Then you need to keep this on the field to still go into your Phantom Knight's rank up. So this can also set this thing here, but the basic combo is that you set it via your Knights of Rusty Badook. So as you can see, you need a few more ultra rares. In my case, I needed to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because I didn't have the Bowled Savage Dragon. This being more of a stable card. Maybe you already have this card, but these are really no stable cards. So let me say that you can, I think, win a lot of games with the triple Blackwing Assault Dragon variant I showed you earlier. You do not need the Cali Yuga variant, though I think the Cali Yuga variant is a bit stronger, but not by that much, and it is a bit more expensive. Keep that in mind. But without further ado, let's hop into the combo. So here we are for the combo. We have opened up with a small world. Note here that in the total combo you would send this to the grave, but note also that this does not matter. You don't need the Hamatan for the combo, so we are going to send the guy away, obviously over our bridge, to go into what else than the Simone. We already have a Black Wormid in hand, but we will ignore this. We are going to activate a Simone, pitching one Blackwing to the banished pile, setting one Black Whirlwind, and then summoning Simone, activating the effect of Black Whirlwind. And you will see this combo is basically the same as the combo I showed you exactly before, but then on a certain point the combo splits into another one. You are going to grab your Zudri. This is like standard. You activate Zudri first effect, you activate your Whirlwind second effect just to block potential Halfness. At this point, then, as in the other combo as well, you go for your Vata. This is like the core card of your deck, of your combo. It's really important. And then into one Shamal. The next thing is that you activate your Shamal, nothing new here, and you set your Black Feather Whirlwind, and then you summon your Vata. Then activate your Vata, sending your Zephyros, and at this point, as I already said, you then can decide whether you want to send your Harmattan. Harmattan has the option that it can make your combo more like if something gets negated, then you could have the option to continue via Harmattan. This is the safe play, you could say, or you can just send your Chinook. Chinook via getting it back to hand will then give you a negate on your opponent's turn, but the negate you don't really need because Kali Yuga will negate everything. So you can decide you don't need any of these for your combo, but you can decide which one you want to take. Do you want the negate back to your hand, or do you want your Harmattan back to the hand? We obviously now need to send this guy here, and now we get our Blackwing Assault Dragon. As of right now, it's the same as in the other combo. We will use this to revive our Vata. This is also not new, and you can use Shamal now here to get back your, and now you can, as I already said, decide whether your Harmattan was sent or your Chinook was sent. We have sent Chinook, so we are getting back the Chinook. Note here though that neither Harmattan nor Chinook must be used for this combo. We are getting back our Vata, and the next thing you are going to do is you make your Borea Storm via these two here. Make your Borea Storm, there the guy is. And of course Borea Storm activates this effect. You now want to send Steam the Cloak to the graveyard, and now you can, let me see. Now you can go into your Raid Raptor via these two cards here. Raid Raptor, then activate its effect to summon a level 4 Dark Monster from the deck. You choose your Zuri, summon it anywhere, it does not really matter. And notice here at this point, I already talked about this. This here says if your Raid Raptor XYZ monster effect is activated, set one rank up spell directly from your deck. So the spell we really need for our Kali Yuga, you can also get via your Raid Raptor Y-Strix. And you can get it if you activate the effect of one Raid Raptor XYZ monster, and this is this one. So if you have your little level 4 Raid Raptor, which we will see in a moment, in your hand, then you basically have to keep this guy on the field while making this guy and then activating this guy's effect, and then this here, the Raid Raptor Y-Strix, can set the rank up spell directly from your deck. We don't need to do this right now as we have full combo here, but just keep that in mind. Next thing you're going to do is you make Rusty Bardouche out of these two here, and he can now set the rank up spell which we need for our Kali Yuga. So you are now sending the Raider's Ring, and this is the card I just talked about. If this is in your hand, you need to go the other route which I just explained to you. Then set the rank up spell here. So this is basically the full combo. Next we are going to activate our Zephyros, bouncing back our Featherstorm, summoning the guy, and then resetting the Featherstorm. You can also do this a moment later, but it doesn't really matter. Activate your Steam the Cloak by tributing the Barduk. Steam the Cloak goes then to the field, and now you have level 7 Synchro material on the field. You go into Blackwing Tamer with two of your level 4s. There he is. And now Steam the Cloak will summon, we won't activate this right now, Steam the Cloak will summon its token, level 1, and Blackwing Tamer can now resummon your Borea Storm, which is a tuner, and now you have your second level 7, and obviously you need your level 7s to go into your XYZ Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon, and this is why we need 2 level 7 monsters. We are going to make the next level 7 monsters with these here. And now we can go and make, we don't activate this right now, we can activate it later. You can activate it now, it does not make a big difference, but let's activate it later. We are playing our Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon, activating it, then it can detach one material and can, for one material, special summon a monster from deck to the field. We are summoning the Shamal, and these two are our materials for our borrowed Savage Dragon. What you can do now is activate this from the graveyard. This detaches a material from this card because this card cannot have materials, otherwise we cannot rank up into Kali Yuga. We are detaching this and now we are summoning this. And what we are going to do now is we are going to summon the first borrow load. You want to use these two here to summon the negate, the Omni Negate. Obviously, this effect activates now to target your Rusty Baduk, thereby giving him three negation coins. You will now want to activate this card here, resummoning your Boreas Storm, which you will need to go into your Blackwing Assault Dragons, 2 of them you will have on your end board, and now you can choose this one. It does not really matter because we will lose this in a moment. But let's just do it. We will use this one and this one to make the first Black-Winged Assault Dragon here on the field. And then, of course, because those are in the graveyard, we can then make our second Black-Winged Assault Dragon via banishing these cards. And now we can see that only with the Simone and its effect, so you need Simone and one more Blackwing card, and then you need a special setup. So one of the worst things that can happen is that if you have this guy in your hand or if you have this guy in your hand, but this is the basic combo. What you can do now, of course, we could have used the other Black Whirlwind. We can now set our Call by the Grave. We have the negation in hand, otherwise you would have had the Harmattan in hand, and then now you pass over to your opponent. This obviously leaves the field because it was summoned by Simone. Our opponent draws main phase, and now in main phase we can activate the rank up spell. Note here that we could also now negate, but we don't need to negate because we can now activate our rank up spell. This has no material anymore. We are going to rank this up into Kali Yuga just in a moment. We are going to rank up into Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga will put this card under it as material and will in this moment activate. So now the effect is live that no card on the field can be activated, and therefore this card has no effect. This card can also not activate its effect, but we will also lose the effects of the 2 Blackwing Assault Dragon, at least for this turn, and this negation card here will leave the field. So that is the reason why I said in the deck profile that I'm not quite sure why this card is super relevant, because it loses its negation power and then it's just a single card on the field. Maybe you could also go into the Draco Berserker of the Tenny instead of this guy, but yeah, you can go into this guy and then you could negate something before activating your rank up spell. But keep in mind that your rank up spell will be activated as basically a second thing in the chain, so it will always negate the card that comes before. But if he somehow can negate your rank up spell, then of course you can use this to negate the negation, thereby your rank up spell will still work, your Kali Yuga will hit the field. Now in the, let's go to the end phase here. In the end phase you can use, or in any phase, whatever, but you want to use to wait until the end phase. In the end phase you could then, if you wanted to, activate Kali Yuga's effect, detaching one material from it and destroying every spell and trap on the field. And that is what I'm talked about in the deck profile. Every spell and trap that your opponent sets you can then destroy and basically end up on a board that looks something like this. Then obviously you can just go to battle phase or just play a complete turn, whatever you want. Your opponent basically couldn't do anything, and yeah, can just end the game. Obviously your Blackwing Assault Dragon effects are live again and the game is finished, and you have finished via your Kali Yuga. So I hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to the channel. This helps out a lot, and we will see each other in the next video.